Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for Pisces and those Pisces who are in a twin flame connection. Thank you Pisces so much for being here. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. I really appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never solicit for private readings. I do offer private readings, and if you'd like to sign up for one, information about that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. So Pisces, we're doing a twin flame reading today. I am also a twin flame, and if you have no idea of what I'm talking about, you've come to this reading and you're like, what's the twin flame? Please look it up online. There are very detailed videos and explanations of it. Essentially, a twin flame is someone in your life that you are divinely connected to. It's an unbreakable bond that you have a soul contract with that person, and they're here to teach you lessons, to mirror your behavior, to help to allow you to ascend spiritually. So often twin flames find each other in romantic partnerships, and then there's a separation period because they trigger each other. So your twin is somebody that you love with all your heart and soul, but they could drive you absolutely crazy, to be quite honest. Having a twin sometimes feels like torture. It feels like agony. It feels like feels unfair sometimes. But what's special about twins in the world is that twins are here to spiritually ascend, and we're here to heal others. We're here to figure out what our spiritual gifts are and to share those gifts with the world. So twins serve a very beautiful cosmic function with humanity. So if you're ever wondering, why the heck am I on this twin flame journey? I didn't sign up for this, etc., etc. Well, you did sign up for it, and it's best to look at it as though you have a special purpose in your life, and it's up to you to find what that purpose is and to love yourself enough to follow that purpose. For me, that purpose was reading tarot. So I have my twin to thank in part for that. A lot of it was me, but a lot of it was me finding myself because of being separated from him. So, twins, we're going to do your reading today with the Way Home Tarot. I thought the name of that was very, very appropriate for twin flame reading. And we're going to get the overall energy with the Human Spirit Oracle. 4 cards for your main spread, 4 cards for clarifiers, 1 card of Oracle for the overall energy for Pisces. That shot right out. The card you got was Forever Young. Number 38 reduces to an 11, the Justice card in the tarot. Maybe your twin is a Libra. Take it as it resonates. What's really crazy about this card, I mean, it's very off-putting, to be honest with you, because there's this like weird, it's very lush, but then there's this weird skull kind of lingering on the inside, and this skull in her hand right here that's also this beautiful nautilus shell shape, right? That beautiful sacred geometry. I can't help but notice how wide and blue those eyes are, which resonates for me as my twin has very wide and blue eyes, but take it as it resonates. There's something here about this idea of beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because underneath all of this makeup and this facade This is what we all look like underneath, right? Skin and bones. Skin and bones. It's very, the word I wanted to use is macabre. It's very macabre. There's lots of tangled hair. There's just a mess and a nest of stuff. So maybe that's how you're feeling with your twin right now. It could be very, you could just be, it's like you're kind of walking through an abandoned building and there's just a thicket of cobwebs that you're just trying to work your way through. You just want a way out. You just want a way out. I'm hearing that. It's difficult, right? Because we can never cut cords with our twins. We can try, but we never quite cut cords with them because they're energetic and they're divine and they're unbreakable. So the question becomes, how do I live with this? How do I live with this mess, right? Forever Young suggests to me the idea that it's precisely our life path that we have to follow. And sometimes when I do, sometimes when I do private readings and I'll talk about our life blueprint, I'll always ask my client, what did you used to be good at when you were little? Before the world kind of jaded you, before you had the responsibilities of adulthood or the worries. What did you used to like to do? Did you used to like to run around and kick a soccer ball? Did you like to tinker with machines? Did you like to draw or paint? Did you imagine scenarios with dolls or toys? What did you used to like to do? Because there's an indication in that, right? That, you know, we were innocents and following what our spirit guides were helping us to follow. So for example, I've always been a visually minded person. I went to art school, and when I was younger, I would draw and color all the time. I wasn't any good at it, but I loved to do that. That was a quiet introvert activity that I always used to love to do, and I would draw things and paint things and give them to other people, right? So it makes a lot of sense that in my passion and in my calling, that would be a highly visual experience, and that it's not just a visual experience in the material, but it's also visual in my mind. So whatever that is, I'm asking you now, because the twin flame connection, you know, while you're focusing on your life path, it takes energy away from your twin and allows them to focus on theirs, right? So let's pull 8 cards for your energy. 4 cards is the base spread, 4 cards clarifier. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. Beautiful energy so far, Pisces. Well, I think I spoke to you soon. Okay. All right. Pisces. So this is for a twin flame connection, and I am assuming that you are at a distance from your twin, that you would be coming to this reading because you are at a distance from your twin. So your energy will be the first 2 cards that we're looking at today, and you got the 7 of Wands in the reverse and the 9 of Wands to clarify that in the upright. So let me talk about this first. This is, you got this card in the reverse, but it's a kind of rickety, a very, very rickety bridge. It's like cut, that wooden plank is cut right there. And it's kind of like your twin flame is at the end, kind of waiting for you. The path is lit. You know where you have to go. But how can you get there? How can you reach it? It reminds me of two things. I recently watched this video. It surfaces every once in a while on my Instagram feed or YouTube. I can't remember what. There is a girl outside across the street and her shirt is flames. I cannot. It's flames. If I could turn this camera around and not give you guys whiplash, I would. You just have to trust me. It's really bizarre. It's tie-dye, so it's not exactly flames, but it's like orange, yellow, and red from the bottom up. And it looks like flames. I don't know. That's insane. That's crazy. So when I read tarot, you know, if you've watched me a couple times and you know that I take sounds and everything of my surroundings, because it's meant to be, right? It's all part of the reading. So I saw this video of this, they're like parkour guys who are doing stupid things. And this one guy was trying to cross, it might have been in the remnants of an old bridge, and it collapsed underneath him. And there were two thin strips. The strip that he was standing on collapsed. And at the last minute, he jumped and grabbed onto the other strip that had not yet collapsed, and he made his way back. But I mean, hanging on by a thread, the ground collapses underneath your feet. There's this energy of that. Seven of Wands typically talks about a blocking energy, that somehow your twin or you blocked the path to each other, but that you're trying to open those channels back up again. Maybe the channels of communication are starting to open. Have you been in touch with your twin recently? Because the Nine of Wands is here. It almost tells me, yes, I have been in touch with my twin, and they're exhausting, right? That if you have connected with your twin and they have not fully ascended yet, it will be difficult to have a conversation with them, because you'll trigger each other, and you'll continue to trigger each other until you're ready, right? Until you're ready. Nine of Wands talks about the wounded warrior living to fight another day. In this depiction, it's all heated lanterns, right? Lighting the way, lighting the way. But trying your best. It's exhausting. I feel like it's like a tiredness, like how much longer do I have to deal with this? How much longer do I have to wait? How much longer do I have to put up with, etc., etc.? You don't have to do anything. The thing about a twin flame journey is you can choose not to be with your twin. You can just choose to say sayonara, see you later. You can absolutely choose that. But your twin will always be with you energetically. It's two bodies, one soul. Two bodies, one soul. It's unlike anything else. So to try and deny your twin flame connection would be to deny a piece of who you are and your piece of divine energy, right? Because when we focus all our energy on healing and we find our life path, that's when we really elevate our energy, and we elevate our twin and they elevate us. And conversely, the opposite is true, that if their energy is down, we feel down, right? How are they doing at this time? Well, they're thinking a lot about you because you got the Four of Wands. Well, they got the Four of Wands. This is their energy. The Four of Wands is the 1111 card. This is the twin flame card. This represents twin flame energy with a lot of tarot readers and with me. A solid foundation, right? It's almost like all of those flames coming together as one, especially in this deck. But it is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. There's fruit rotting on the vine. there's a lot in this relationship that has not been tended to, that has not been nurtured or cherished, right? And maybe it's not you, maybe it's your twin that hasn't done this, right? How can we, because when we don't pay attention to ourselves and take care of ourselves, we can turn into this. We can turn into this mess over here. I just see this. It's very, very macabre. It's like a very disconcerting card to me, actually. And there's a part of that message, Forever Young, that kind of wants me to say to you that we can't live in the past. This reminds me of, what's her name? Tangled, right? The movie Tangled and Mother Gothel. If you ever saw Tangled, which was the best, Mother Gothel was trying to keep Rapunzel for herself so that she could always stay young. She was trying to trap Rapunzel so that she could always stay young, have that youthful glow, that youthful spirit, that youthful power. That wasn't fair. It wasn't fair to Rapunzel, right? So there's something here that doesn't feel fair. Either you trying to own your twin, or they're trying to own you, and in so doing, you're actually suffocating something. It's weird, that I don't like this expression, but it's very true, which is when you love something, let it go. If it comes back, then it was always yours, or whatever. I mean, it's true. I just, there's a part of me that rolls my eyes at it, if you couldn't tell. So there's something here that needs tending to, and it needs watering, it needs food, it needs care. So how do we do that, right? Because this is how your twin is feeling right now. Their fire burns for you, but they don't have anything to show for it. How do we tend to this crop, this thing that we've tried to grow, this relationship? It's simply by being the highest version of ourselves. Easier said than done, but it's absolutely true. The minute you stop focusing on your twin and focus on yourself, that's when all the abundance comes in. And to this connection, you got the Justice card, wasn't I just saying? The number 9, the number 11 in the tarot is the Justice card, and here it came out. However, in this deck, it's reversed with the Strength card. So the Strength card is number 11, and the Justice card is number 8. So that can happen in tarot decks sometimes, because I think in older, more traditional versions of the tarot, Strength was number 11, but in more modern versions, it's number 8. At the end of the day, I mentioned the Justice card, and then it came out for you. It's that idea, right, of karmic balance, that this is you and your twin, that there has to be this mirroring effect, this energy, this balance between this equal give and take and reciprocity between the two of you that needs to come into play, right? This is the connection energy, but it's clarified by the 5 of Swords, which represents this spider-like entity, right? And wasn't I just talking about cobwebs and a mess and being in a old abandoned building and trying to get through the cobwebs, and then the spider came out, right? The 5 of Swords talks about winning at all costs. Are we battling our twin right now? Is that what you're doing, or they're doing to you? Are they having to win at all costs? They have to one-up you to feel like they're in the power position? Are you the one doing that? Are you playing into that hand? Are you falling for it, right? Because that's it's a very immature vibe, but 2, it's just very base It's uninspired is what I just wanted to say. It's uninspired. With our twin, we should expect more, as they should of us. This is no ordinary connection that we're talking about here. This is the highest of the high. I felt somebody just really, really roll their eyes at that because their twin gives them such grief. But it's true. It's true. When you start focusing on yourself, let me know. Let me know all the abundance that starts coming your way. Because it will happen. But right now we're feeling like a spider with no legs. It's almost like, what good is a spider if it can't weave its web? There's a lot of karma energy here, right? Your twin is not a karmic partner, but they do have a lot to teach you karmically, if that makes sense. Karmic partners, they can teach us things and then they exit our life. Like, your twin is not going anywhere. And it can feel like it's a one-way street, like they're the ones teaching me karma, or they're the ones making me go through it. Oh, no, no, no. You're making them go through it too, I assure you. I assure you. I'm going to pull a clarifier for it. Justice and the Five of Swords, Spirit. Justice and the Five of Swords, Spirit. You got 3 cards to clarify. The Father of Cups, or the King of Cups in the reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Four of Cups in the reverse. So let's start with this card, the King of Cups, Scorpio energy. In the reverse, this card can be somebody who is really not in touch with their feelings in a way that is mature, in a way that is evolved. They could be feeling very, very irrational. Irrational is the word I wanted to say. Ungrounded and irrational. Like they know that they're about to lose everything that they've worked so hard to gain. It's about to go. Like the Nine of Pentacles in the upright is really self-sufficient energy. It's independence and prosperity. In the reverse, not so much. In the reverse, it's kind of like, at the minute we pick them off the vine, they're going to start dying. We need to use them. We need to be quick about it. We need to feed this connection. We need to tend to it. There's so much potential, right? There's so much potential with this. With the Four of Cups in the reverse, the Four of Cups in the upright can talk about a sense of apathy, like not being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel in this connection. But you did get it in reverse, so it's almost like there's a little part of you that's letting Spirit come in and guide you. You know, they've always been there. Spirit's always been there. Your guides have always been there. But you may have been in a lot of denial about what was going on in this connection. And it's so weird. I went like this. I wear glasses. I wear contacts, but I normally wear glasses. And it's almost like I wanted to fix my glasses. That's such a strange... And I know they're not on my face, but I wanted to adjust my glasses so that I could see more clearly. So Spirit is starting to say to you, you're starting to see what we've been talking about this whole time for you. And maybe that comes in the form of you finding your true life's purpose, your true life's path, Have you found that? And are you just getting started on following that direction? Has that path opened up to you? Is it safe to cross? In the advice from Spirit, this is, I mean, gorgeous energy. You got the Empress, Major Arcana, clarified by the Mother of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Look at, I mean, now at this point, Spirit is saying, as we've ingested these vegetables, you know, in a crude way to look at this image, but it's consumption, right? It's like what we are what we consume, right? So it's this idea that from now on, Spirit really wants you to treat yourself well, to be in your best optimal form, to take care of your vessel, to get enough sleep, to eat your vegetables, to love yourself. The Empress is somebody who really, really loves themselves. From the heart space, something beautiful grows. The Empress is also the great attractor. The Empress is the power of all four queens. The divine feminine, but it can describe a masculine too. The Empress does not chase, they attract. So if you have been in the twin flame dynamic, there's always a chaser and a runner. If you've been the chaser and you know this person is your twin and they keep running away from you, stop chasing them. It's time. Spirit is telling you it's time to let go, and the energies will flip and they'll come after you. Guaranteed. But you have to really believe that. You have to start letting go and loving yourself. At the root of everything is the love for oneself. It's a beautiful message. Pisces twins, I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Please hit the bell notification if you would like to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you so much.